Thank you. She told me to record, but okay, there we go. Uh, but yeah, the convention was absolutely insane. Excuse me, guys. I'm home finally, relaxing off of basically 6 days of just massive activity and massive energy. But yes, the IML Unleashed convention was absolutely phenomenal. We learned so much information. We got so much personal development. We heard so much information from so many different leaders, you know, from the trading educators, IML educators. Did an event on Friday night. We had all our top leaders in the company all day Saturday, just speaking and pouring out. And on Sunday, all of the new people that were just started on their journey, well, not even just started on their journey, but they trusted the journey. And then now that they're reaping the results and seeing the success, they were able to walk the stage and just share this information. And guys, we're hearing from people who are not what we would paint as, you know, or the most brilliant or the most knowledgeable or the smartest guys. We have people who's still in college. We have people who've been doing this thing for so many years, and they just trusted the process and trusted the activity and trusted God to make a way. So guys, I want to open the line up real quick. Just ask a couple of individuals, Tara, Dr. AD, if you guys can pick up the line. And then everybody who came to convention, if you could take about, you know, 1 to 2 minutes and share your experience, what you learned, and would you recommend that the team be there, or, you know, what would you say for them to make sure that they don't miss the next event? AD, if you could take the line, I'm going to mute you right quick. There you go. Go ahead. Oh, wait a minute.
What's going on? So, man, I'm telling you, really, like, just being there and being around all those millionaires and being around that energy and being around people that have backgrounds worse than mine, better than mine, and even some that were the same as mine, it was just really encouraging just hearing them go in depth, and even just having that experience of having Les Brown in person there and having him cover us and things of that nature. Like, it was amazing, guys. You cannot miss it. Like, if you got a part of that package deal, think about it. I got it for 125 a Riyadh. That, just hearing Les Brown alone, that was worth so much more. Being around the whole family, around countries all over the world, people from all over, and them just bringing value. I learned so many things, even how to grow your followers and crazy. I learned so many hacks just being around all those people from all over the country. And then it just blows up your mind and just shows you what's possible. It's like, man, if this guy can do this in 60 days, if like, wow, like you're becoming P5000 or chairman, in a couple of months, like, wow. And these people were like deciding, I can relate to that, deciding on, oh, am I going to pay this light bill, or am I going to invest into my future and change my life? So I'm so thankful, and I'm just so grateful. I'm so happy and thankful now for this moment, and I'm just pumped, and I'm ready to take on the next thing. Y'all gotta be in Dallas. Be in Dallas.
Woo, woo. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Please drop some ones in the chat box for AD stepping up, sharing his experience. Thank you so much, AD, guys. AD, was that your first event?
First event, and I won't miss the next one. I already got my ticket. Get y'all's tickets.
Wow, when did you start with IML?
I started with IML. Let's see. I believe it's been not quite 2 months yet.
Wow.
Not quite 2 months.
Wow, that's powerful, man. I wasn't able to go to an event that soon. That's amazing, man. Congratulations. I'm glad you came. The energy was lit. You were lit. Thank you so much for coming out and investing in yourself, guys. We always tell, we're here to make sure you live your best life. So thank you for stepping up to the plate. Is Tara on the line? If you could take up the call and share your experience. I think this was her first event as well.
Hey, I hope everybody's having a great night. Yes, this actually was my first event. I started December 18th. So this is my first event. It was amazing. It was phenomenal. Lord, I can't talk right now. But the energy was amazing. And to see, we had people from everywhere, y'all. Like Portugal, they was live and in the action. they just could not stop. And it was just so amazing to see everybody's story. There were so many people who, like, a couple years were like living in their car, just was on the streets, or just did not have the opportunity to be where they are now and to see them, their success stories. It's like, okay, these are ordinary people like me. So I know if I can do it, well, I know if they can do it, that I can do it. And like the energy was amazing. Like seeing everybody there, generational wealth was in the building. We showed out, y'all. Like
we
showed out. We were screaming all over the place. Actually, I presented to go on stage to get my P600 certificate. So that was an amazing opportunity. It was so just phenomenal to see everybody walk across that stage. It felt amazing. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, because I didn't know when I joined this is where I was gonna be now. So I'm just gonna kind of keep up that momentum. So it really gave me the push that I need to kind of keep going. Also hearing, like what AD said, hearing Les Brown talk, like, yeah, I had a crybaby moment. I was crying. I'm like, is this true? This my life? I'm just breaking down. And it was just so amazing to experience that with a group of phenomenal people. Like, it was amazing. It was awesome. Like, the energy was, we got there at what time? Like, it was 8
o'clock in the morning.
It did end to 6, and that energy was still up and going. So I would definitely say be there in Dallas, because Las Vegas was lit. I can't wait to see where we are going to be in a couple months, where our team is. Seeing Brittany walk across the stage to get her certificate, P2000, she about to go cheering. So y'all just make sure y'all are there at the next event. It was amazing, and I will not miss another one.
Yeah, y'all drop some love in the chat box for Tara. Again, we got two they just broke they freshman entry into the events, guys. So thank you, Tara and AD, for sharing your experience. I don't know if Doc is on the line. He's a part of GW. He's also our videographer. Who else? Is Candace on the line? Candace, that was her first event. I don't know if Candace on the line. Candace, you always had them cold phone numbers. I don't know if you're on the line. If Candace on the line, please let me know. And let's have you share your experience. And anybody that was there, Aaron, Key, if you guys could take the line real quick and just share your experience. We just want to make sure the energy is flowing over to our family. We don't want anybody to not being able to connect to the energy. So if one of you guys could take the line and share your experience as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. I'm lit. Listen, for me, it was such a eye-opening experience, because I went to convention last year in Vegas, and it really put my year into perspective. So now I'm kind of living my life from like event to event, because I was able to see where I just transformed and where I actually listened this time. Like, that was such a big accomplishment for me, knowing the first time going to convention, you're surrounding yourself around all these people who you know, admire, and then that admiration then turns into, no, you're showing me the platform, you're showing me the way to really achieve this. And of course, being all just surrounded by cultures and people, and now I have a friend from Peru, and it's just such an electrifying just experience to be a part of. And like, we got there 8 o'clock in the morning until 6. I don't care if you were sleepy for 2.5 seconds. Next thing you know, if somebody said, get up on your feet and celebrate yourself, what? Let's go. Look, y'all, we had on our GW shirts. People were asking, hey, I like that shirt. You just see we brought color, we brought individuality, and the way that we do everything. You can see where, like, this is just, y'all have to be there. And it sounds like we're just saying, you know, be there, and that just depends on your belief level. But when we say it, know that we mean it, and everything in us. It's all about the events. It's all about what you get to learn and grow and expand. And just, y'all, I'm so looking forward to Dallas. I need to get my ticket and everything and just be there. Like, if we got to talk about this every week. You cannot miss this. You need the energy, and I'm just grateful. I'm so thankful for everyone that did come, and the people that just showed love in between. We love y'all. I'm so grateful for all of y'all, and I'm gonna be quiet.
Thank you so much, Key. You guys drop some love in the chat box for Key Rich. Praise comes before the reward. Thank you so much. If Aaron's on the call, another one of our rank achievements, Aaron and Tara hit P600 and were able to grace the stage and share your experience.
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, I just want to say, man, that event was absolutely amazing. It was my second event. So the first one, I was in Florida, and that one completely blew my mind, y'all. Like, it changed my whole perspective of the company. It's lit. It changed my whole perspective on, like, how to look at the company, how to approach prospecting, how to approach trading, you know, how to approach life. And you know, going to this event in Vegas, this is my first one in Vegas, the second one they've done in Vegas. And like I was talking to Brittany, and I remember I asked her a question, and I was like, man, that's exactly how I feel. Because I asked her, I said, B, how do you feel about this event? And she was like, well, you know, I'm a different person from the last event. And I was like, man, it's the same thing I'm feeling, because to the last event, the things that I've learned, I was able to take it to this event, take it through, you take it back with me back home and apply it. And I was able to walk across the stage for the first time, y'all. So like, that was like absolutely amazing feeling to be able to do that. And it's like, man, every single event, it's a goal of mine to walk across the stage as a higher rank. So it's just like, you know, so it's just like that belief level just gets you through the roof. And it's like seeing everybody and understanding that it's possible, like Les Brown, you know, like he always says, it's possible. I mean, this dude Les Brown was in tears, y'all. Like that alone just knows that it's real. Like how, you know, possible, how much energy was in that building. And it was just, you know, it was really breathtaking. And I just want to say, like, the next event in Dallas, we really need to just show everybody what generational wealth is about, guys. Like, you know, we're really doing something really amazing. You guys have to understand, like, you know, this is life. This is real. Like, we're really creating generational wealth. You know, we need to be at these events. It's really underpriced if you think about it. Any other event you go to somewhere, it's going to cost you thousands of dollars to get the value that we got in 2 days that we were able to get up there in Vegas this past weekend. And I'm just saying, man, everybody needs to be at the next event and bring people with you at the next event and just show them, like, hey, man, we here too, you know. And all y'all could walk across that stage if you just put the work in for the next 30 days. Then take it to the next 30 days, right? Try to be at that mansion, right? And then just keep going and going and going. And then your momentum is just gonna go through the roof, because I'm on 1 million right now. And I know what my next goal is, right? And then going after that and after that and after that, and right into the next event. I was like, I when I was thinking about it, I was like, being in Florida to now, I was like, man, was that only 6 months? That felt like a year, just off of like how much activity I was trying to do since the last event. So I mean, going into Dallas, that's like my next goal is going to Dallas. You know, I'm thinking chairman, and it's possible. You know, we got to get B to chairman, and then, you know, everybody else just got to keep following that wave, right? So it's just generational wealth. We're here, guys. Just don't miss the next one.
Right.
It's something that you don't want to miss, right? It's like you really can't afford to miss it. Put it that way.
That's right.
You can't afford to miss this event. So just be in Dallas, man. Generational wealth. We're here, man.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Aaron. Yo, it's lit. That's his first time growing across the stage. I know you guys are hearing about growing across the stage, going across the stage. Well, guys, it's not about network marketing. Our Markets Live is not a network marketing company. All right. We have the first thing ever in the world that helps people to get a skill set under their belt, regardless if this company lasts or not, guys. You're able to come and gain a skill set that can last with you for life. So I don't call this network marketing. We call this economical ministry. And so I wanted to cast a vision on tonight. I'm sorry, one more second before we move forward. If DACA is on the line, DACA flew in literally pretty much 1 o'clock that morning before the event and left 9 o'clock that night. If he's on the line, if he can share his experience and just his ability just to get in and get out, just to get something and some value. Doc, if you could open up the line and share your experience in about a minute, and then we'll go ahead and cast a vision and you know, and move forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna share real quick. I missed the trading day, but when I came for like the Builders Day, I was like motivated, like hearing Les Brown talk, hearing people talk about the experience of how they went all in. That was the message I got from the whole thing, just being all in. Just if you're gonna do this, you gotta sacrifice your time sometimes. You gotta sacrifice being busy. Don't use being busy as an excuse. And that's really what like opened my mind. Like I realized that we really could go far with this, like generational wealth. Like this is a mindset that we all need to have. Like we gonna succeed. So Dallas, I'm gonna be there for both. 3 days? I'm gonna be out the whole time. So we really just gotta be all in for that. So that's what I got from it.
Perfect. All in is the theme of the year. I remember at Watch Not Service, Pastor Paul Morton was saying this year his hashtag was "Let's go all in. So guys, I hope you're going all in. Doctor, thank you so much for setting that message out. And I see Candace has hopped on the line. Candace as well. I think that was her first event. I just want you guys to hear from people who haven't experienced it before, so you can just see how, it can change your life. So Candace, if you can unmute your line, share something you learned, and what was your highlight of your weekend?
Hey everybody. The highlight of the weekend was Saturday, hearing Les Brown tell his story. And that was just so motivational to say that, he just kept trying. And so it's like a never give up process. Some days it's not always as great as the others, but if we just continue to move one step forward on a daily, we're going to get somewhere. So it's like, I'm just ready for, I'm going to be in Dallas. Everybody needs to go to Dallas. And for the next convention, it boosts the energy, gave me some motivation. I even was able to get on Facebook and motivate a few other people. And normally that's not my comfort zone. So everybody go to the next convention. It was amazing.
Perfect. Thank you. And Candace, they came in at Friday. Well, they came in Thursday, Friday?
Yep.
And they drove right back out that Sunday morning at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So guys, it's not about you having to be there the entire weekend. It's about you just being there so you could be around the energy. Les Brown, for those of you who weren't able to hear Les Brown's story, I recorded his entire testimony on my Facebook wall. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. My video cut out like right in the middle of it, so it's a 2-part video. But I'm gonna drop the Facebook link for you guys to actually just take 30 minutes of your time and go listen to it, because you're going to be able to hear the process of whatever it is that you desire in your own personal life. He's going to share with you the process. He's going to share with you the process. Why does it just let me copy? There we go. I'm going to drop the link right now inside the chat. I'm actually dropping it in the Telegram group. That way you guys don't have to be digging for it. But he was just sharing he wanted to be a DJ, and long story short, he went every single day, no matter how many times the owner told him, stop coming here. I told you we're not looking for nobody. We're not looking for nobody. He would say, well, listen, maybe somebody got sick. I just want to come back. Maybe somebody got sick. He said, nobody's sick. Stop coming here. He came back the next day. Well, I thought maybe you guys fired somebody. We haven't fired nobody. Stop coming here. He did it every single day. And then the guy finally said, you know what? Just go give me some coffee. Right? You cannot allow the surface and the physical form of whatever it is that you desire. You cannot allow the physical to limit you from going after your dreams and goals. Every single person on this call, we asked you a question. What do you want financial freedom to do for you, ladies and gentlemen? Well, this is it. This is the vehicle. The time is now. The time is now. You don't get another chance. You don't get another chance. So don't waste your time. Don't play around with time like you just guaranteed. You have to give it your all. Dr. already said we got to give it our all. We got to be all in. Gary McSween is a chairman 100. He's from Barbados. And guys, and I know when you hear these chairman guys, our chairmen know how to trade. Our chairmen are trading. Our chairmen are hosting trading lounges and sessions. So it's just not people coming in just trying to make money, guys. It's people making money off of the referral side, guys. These are people actually who obtained the skill set, took the product seriously, and was able to experience it. So you can't go share trading if you're not in here experiencing it, showing up on a team calls, showing up on a team trainings. It's over 80 people. It's over, actually, we have over 200 people in our organization, by the way. But guess how many people on the call tonight? It's 26 people on the call tonight. And it's over 80. It's about 80 in our group chat. So when people don't show up to their own success, they're the reason. They're in the way. Now, I know we have a lot of international team as well. So I know a few of them won't be able to make the calls for recording. But in general, I know it's a lot of people who are in the States. Guys, you have to show up to your success. You have to be all in. The company vision. We got to make sure we focus on casting the vision. So the vision for generational wealth, guys, if you're with me, I want to help 50 families bring an extra $1,000 a month through trading and through the residual. All right. The vision is 50 families in the next 6 months. We want to help 50 families bring an extra $1,000 to their household. Because guess what? For you, those of you who don't know, a lot of people have failed marriages. A lot of people are on the verge of committing suicide in a lot of different situations because they don't have extra money coming to their house. Right? How many of y'all can use an extra $1,000 right now? You drop a 1 in the chat box if you can use an extra $1,000 right now. Residual income, trading income, whatever it is, we want to bring an extra $1,000 to your household. Who wants to be one of the 50? Who wants to be one of the 50? Because we're about to get serious. We're about to take this thing super seriously. But you got to show up, all right? Now, the overall vision for the company is 1 million students by 2020, end of 2020. 1 million students. You know, I had to hear that again because I got so caught up on, you know, what just a corner of us need, what generational wealth needs. We gotta be for the entire world. We gotta be for people, and the company is for the world. All right. So their goal is 1 million customers by 2020. Who's going to be here to see that vision? Who's going to be here to cast that vision to life? Right. It's opportunity wherever you show up, ladies and gentlemen. All right. The company rises and falls on leadership. That's it. You either want to be a leader or you can develop to be a leader. I'm going to have special calls for certain people. I'm only going to be working with the committed. Trading is hands down. Trading is, guys, we got trading. All right. We got trading. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like this is the best organization in the company when it comes to trading, because the value that we pour, the information that we pour, the skills and the trainings and stuff that we're doing, we're actually about to add more value. That's what I want to make sure everybody was on the call tonight. We're got to start doing trading lounges. I don't know if Bree was able to make the call, but we recommend we're going to start up our trading lounges again. And I'm not talking about an event that I create and sell tickets. I'm talking about a generational wealth meetup. All right, guys, we used to do them all the time, every single Sunday, but people started to learn how to trade, so they weren't showing up no more. All right, but we're going to make sure we keep them going regardless. Now, if you're not in the Atlanta area, it's okay. We're still going to plug you into the Zoom call, but the key is we can't be like, oh, I wish they was close. No, you got to be the person to start initiating it as well. Have it once a month or twice a month at your house. Bring the team together. You guys go over charts together. I can be on the Zoom call. It doesn't matter. The point is that we take leadership, we take initiative, and we bring ourselves together as a unit. All right. So we're definitely going to set the dates and the schedule. So if you do want to come into town just for that day and you just want to be around the team, that's something that you can do. But I want to start doing more hands-on training. I mean, not even hands-on, but just being around each other. Okay. It's nothing like growing collectively. All right. How many of y'all think that's a good idea? How many of y'all are down for that? Us learning together. I'm talking about trading right now. Us learning together, meeting up together, making sure we implement that and keep it consistent. All right. Perfect. Again, it doesn't matter where you're located. I'm going to make sure that it's Zoom related as well. Just like we're on this call tonight, everybody be able to share their faces. Everybody be here, the laughter, the energy. You'll be able to see the screen share. I just want to make sure it goes beyond just Sundays. I may think about implementing on Saturday mornings, maybe 11 a.m. on Saturday mornings. You know, just every single week, guys, nonstop. But we got to make sure it's not just us showing up. We got to invite people to learn this skill set. Please make sure you're not waiting on your own success before you share and plant these seeds. Please, please, please make sure you're not doing that. I always tell people, if you're not sharing this information, you're selfish as all get out, because you think success is dependent upon what you can do. People can come in here and learn how to trade and blow you out the wind because their commitment level can be way crazier than yours. Their desire, they may be on the edge of they may be on the verge of losing something, and so their desire and their will is just on 5,000. So they have a by all means necessary. See, what was that? Matt Rosa said a lot of you guys, or Jason Brown, he said a lot of people coming here to trading and don't take it really seriously because you still have something to lean on. You still have a house and a bed and different things that you can lean on, so you don't take it as seriously, right? If you know there's better, guys, you signed up because you know there's better for your life. You signed up because you know that this can create the financial freedom. This is the vehicle. So don't sit on this skill set. Get the cotton picking skill set. Ask the questions. And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are reaching out to me through Telegram, DMs, please stop sending me direct messages. Put all the messages in the Telegram group. I actually ignore a lot of individual messages because I have a lot of people from other teams in the company reaching out to me. So if you're in generational wealth, please make sure you drop your question in the team chat. In the team chat. That's why it's called a team chat, so we can help each other out. There may be a question that you're asking that somebody else may need to hear. I'm not always available, especially all this traveling I'm doing. So I don't want you to I don't want you to feel like your success is not growing or manifesting because you can't ask a question in the group chat. That's not my fault. That's your fault. So ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're asking questions in the group chat. Get out of your comfort zone. Stop being shy. Who cares who brought whoever into this organization? We are a family. It's called generational wealth, guys. Please make sure you do that. If everybody's for helping each other, if you're for helping somebody else, please drop a 1 in the chat box. I want people to see that we're all for helping. If you're able to help somebody else in this organization, whether you know them or not, please drop a 1 in the chat box so people can know that it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We strangers. We're not strangers. If you communicate and plug in, you'll get to know each other, right? Candace didn't know Tara, they met this weekend, right? Tara didn't know Chelsea, they met this weekend, right? But we plug into the information and we make sure that we look out for each other, okay? Now, a couple of things I wanted to share is I dropped the link for Les Brown in the Telegram group, all right? Also, for you, so you guys can know, we have the convention coming up. So we have a lot of stuff coming up, guys. The first thing, I need us to show out for April 13th. David Emenite, he's basically our organization. All right. David's our organization. He's doing a Super Saturday, April 13th in Atlanta. All right. A Super Saturday. Guys, get your pen and paper. Super Saturday, April 13th in Atlanta. I'm going to drop the link. Okay. It's probably going to be like $20. $20 to enter into that event. I'm going to find it here. I'm sorry, they haven't actually sold the tickets yet. Super Saturday, April 13th. Let me put that in the chat. Super Saturday, April 13th. Okay. That's going to be an all-day event. I'm going to get the camera here if you guys can take a screenshot. I know I did save it to my pictures. They just released it. Super Saturday, where we are. Here we are. April 13th. Y'all can take a screenshot of that. I'll also drop it in the Telegram chat. Guys, this event is going to be about how to, now this, for those of you who are not focusing on the business aspect, I don't want you to perceive this as a business. It's a ministry. So you can be focused on trading. You can still show up to this event because you can receive information that maybe down the road will help you. All right. I was the same way. Oh, I want to come in and learn how to trade. I don't want to do that part. Well, guess what? So many people missed out on this information because I was selfish for 16 months until January. So many people missed out on learning the skill of trading because I never said a word. Even when I knew how to trade, I still didn't say nothing. Even when I retired my job, I still didn't say anything because it was dependent upon my success. If you weren't in our markets live and I was just voluntarily training, you didn't hear about trading unless you would just follow me on social media. Guys, we got to kill that. We got to kill that. So be at this event. Come and meet your team. Come and fellowship. What I want to do is get an Airbnb. I want to get an Airbnb, and I want to know who's going to be able to come out. All you got to do is get your ticket, your flight. There's a site called skiplag.com. Okay? skiplag.com. You can get tickets round trip, $80, $100. Here it is, Skip Lag. You can also get the app as well. They have trips for so cheap. Okay? April 13th. That's one of our Super Saturdays. It's an event. It's an event primarily for him. Wait a minute. Y'all can't hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. It's an event for his organization. All right. Anybody IMF can come out, but we want to come out and support our leader. We want to support the guy who plants the seed of belief and desire in us every single week, guys. So please come out. Airbnb, April 13th. Okay. If you're coming, please let me know so we can go ahead and start planning. I don't want people trying to plan a week before and can't make it. All right. Now, the next event we have that's within Retire Rich and Generation Wealth is the March Madness. Riyad Jones came to me about a mansion event he wants to do. He wanted to do a training and bring a lot of people, a lot of the team out, and you got to be qualified for that. All right. Now, that's the referral side. That means you got to bring in 12 people in the month of March. You got to bring in 12 people in the month of March, go P1000, or you just have to be on the winning team. All right. Aaron, I received your credentials. You brought in 3 people. Who else? AD brought in 3 people last month, a minimum. And I think Tara Q might have did it as well. So you guys just let me know so I can send your information over to Riyadh. And so we can get you all qualified for the mansion event. And guys, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be in Destin. The house sleeps about 30 people. It's a real mansion, not a little bootleg mansion like in Atlanta. And It's just going to be phenomenal. We're going to teach you guys how to trade. Of course, I'll be doing the training, so that's an advantage you already have. Marketing and building. All right. So that's an event. And then our regional event, we got events back to back to back. We'll list all the events here soon. April 13th is Atlanta. Okay. April 13th is in Atlanta. And I'm missing something. May. Okay, May. We're having an event in Houston. It's a regional event. May 11th through the 13th. It's a regional event in Houston, Texas. Again, I would like to get an Airbnb. Okay. I want to know if you guys got to put in overtime, guys. It's not doing an event just to come to an event. It's to come to get blessed and receive information and motivation, inspiration, and hear somebody else's story and let you know that you can be the person who's up there speaking. Nobody's special. I told you guys. These people out here making 6-7 figures can't even hardly speak or talk or read. It's not nobody special. The only thing they did was able to just apply the skills that we're telling them to do. Have a conversation, build a relationship, share the video and put them on a 3-way call or host an event. It's simple. Everybody's looking for this scientific experiment on sharing this information. If you're scared to share this information, you need to have a conversation with me. We need to put you through the right training because that means you don't understand the value of what's sitting in front of you. All right? You don't understand the value of what's in front of you. What do we have? April 13th, that's in Atlanta. May 11th through the 12th is Houston. And then September 13th is our big convention. That's an international convention. That's going to be in Dallas, Texas. We will drop all the dates in the Telegram group tonight, okay? April 5th through the 7th is Destin, Florida with Retire Rich. Somebody keeps sending me their charts, Lord Jesus. I don't know why people think I'm going to get them a training through a text message. I'm sorry, y'all. April 5th through the 7th, March Madness. April 13th, Super Saturday in Atlanta. May 11th through the 12th is Houston. And September 13th through the 15th is the Dallas Convention. Again, Airbnb. I would like to get Airbnbs. The only reason I didn't do Airbnb for Vegas because it's kind of scamish out there. Okay, but outside of that, we should be good to go. Now, if you're interested in joining us in an Airbnb, please let me know. We'll get everything set up. We got a couple of travel agents on our team as well. Make sure everybody gets a good deal. And that's it. But I guess, guys, the vision for generational wealth is blessing 50 families in the next 6 months. Write that down. I'm so happy and grateful. Generational wealth is helping 50 families create $1,000 income to their household. 50 families creating $1,000 to their household, whether that's trading or whether that's building. Okay? If you're part of the vision, drop some V's in the chat box. If you support the vision, drop some V's in the chat box. If you want to be a part of that vision, drop some V's in the chat box. All right? So the company also has promotions, a ton of value tonight. I'm sorry, guys. So the company is also doing a promotion for the referral side. Every 3 people you bring in, your name is going to go into a pot. They're going to give away $100,000. Let me let y'all see my face for this. The company is giving away $100,000 in September. $100,000, okay? And they're also giving away a 2019 Audi A7. Audi A7. All right. Now, how do you qualify for $100,000? You share the information. You share the value. Every single time you bring somebody successfully becomes a student, they put your name into the pot. So if you brought in 12 people in the next 60, it's only for the next 2 months. So the number of people you bring in for the next 2 months, that's how many times your number is going to go into the pot. All right, every 3 times. It has to be a minimum of 3. So as soon as you reach 3, then your name goes into the pot 3 times. When you reach the next 3, your name goes into the pot. It has to be in increments of 3. All right, every 3 times you go into the pot. Now, let's say somebody bring in 24 people. Your name is in a pot for 24. So every single person, every time your name is pulled, you get $1,000. Why not? Why? It's a sport. It's just fun. Go do it. I can bless somebody. Not only am I going to help 50 families, I can bring $1,000 multiple times into my house every time I share this information. I'm finna go in for the next 60 days. I can do it. What can you do with an extra $1,000 every time your name is pulled? How many of y'all can use $6 $3 right now? What would you do with it? Why not? Cut out the Netflix. cut out the stuff that's not bringing value, and then pour and take a temporary, make a sacrifice to go do something that can actually bring success to your house. Make the sacrifices. What we have at the beginning of the 21 days of growth. If you don't sacrifice for what you want right now, what you want will become the sacrifice. If you don't sacrifice what you love right now, the temporary satisfactions. A lot of people are waiting on Saturdays and Sundays to celebrate and live their best life. No, sacrifice those Saturdays and Sundays and put the work in so every day can feel like a Saturday. I don't know if this Savior's on the call, but she had to correct me one day. I said, happy Monday, y'all. It was like Tuesday, right? I had now actually look at the date before I dropped that in the chat box now because I don't want to make the same mistake. But you got to go. So much. This company's bringing so much value to your house, so much value to everybody houses around people's lives around us, guys. We have to be the leaders. We have to step up and do that. Okay. You got to make a commitment. All right. So we have all the events. We'll drop those in the chat box. I want to make sure I don't forget anything. Text group for did that, committed. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, all the events are listed. We'll drop those dates in. And I just want to share my biggest takeaway from IML Unleashed. And we'll be good to go, ladies and gentlemen. So look out. Remember, we're going to add team meetups. Okay. We're going to add more team meetups, more team calls. And I really just want to fill up every single day, you know, in different times of the day. Weekends are going to, Saturdays will be very, very important, especially for our international team, because I don't want you guys to be having to stay up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning to be on these team calls. All right. So I feel like Saturday mornings is a good time for that. We're going to be adding, Key Rich is going to be doing the orientation calls on Saturdays. We'll be adding a trading training. We'll be adding more mindset calls. We'll be adding more trading calls. We'll be adding more builder training calls. And that's every single week. I need people. If you have some type of gift, ability, or you just want to grow into it, shout out to Latoya. Latoya, I promise you I still haven't forgot about you, sis. I was just waiting for this moment. Latoya reached out to me. She said, B, I want to see how can I add more value to the team? So Latoya is going to be stepping up, and she's going to be doing some trainings as well. Guys, whatever you focus on expands. You don't have to be an expert. You can just teach somebody how to understand what a PIP is. If that's your training, let's add the training to the schedule. If you know how to help somebody go through the 21 days of growth, even though the video is on there, let's add it to the training. We just want to add a ton of value to our community so that everybody can feel like, you know what, this is amazing. They're making sure that nobody gets left behind. They want to make sure that no questions left on the table. Let's make it happen. Remember, if you're not succeeding, this is because you're not plugged in. That's it. You're not plugged in. All right. If you guys feel like the system has been working for you thus far, and also don't be afraid to ask to recommend any recommendations, guys. If you see we can make some changes and make some upgrades, we can do that. Now, I know you guys see the 40/40 is not jumping right now. I forgot to mention that. I'm taking a week off. I'm tired. I'm taking a week off. I'm revamping. I do plan on dropping signals in our regular chat and our GW chat, but the 40/40 will relaunch next Monday. Okay. So you don't have to feel like, oh man, that was just 40 days. No, I'm going to keep it going. I don't know if everybody else knows that yet in the other sister organizations, but that's what's happening. All right. So we will help you guys to continue to take some trades and some signals. And I just wanted to reflect and critique myself. I don't want to be, when I first committed to the 40/40, it was just kind of, I was kind of in a weak space. I was trying to get out of my grieving and just want to feel connected to the community again. So that was kind of like out of sight, out of mind commitment. And so now that I'm fully aware and conscious of what's going on, I want to see how I can make it better and how I could, increase more value. So I got to take a break so I can critique myself, guys, and see how we can make that better and make sure we have more wins and more trades, So I'm even going to go back into studying more trading, So what does the Daisy say? A student always, okay? Don't be just because you think you can trade and you have value doesn't mean you stop learning and growing. Now, one of my biggest takeaways from IML, Alicia, a couple of takeaways. Remember, the vision of the company. Why IML? Why IML? The time is now. Step up and maximize this opportunity. All right. This is a $1 billion company. The vision is already casted. We will have 1 million customers by December 2020. And here, personal and generational wealth. We want to help 50,000. We want to help 50 families have an extra $1,000 in their household. All right. Going to social media. Hashtag 50 families. I'm going to hashtag it on my Facebook and Instagram. 50 families. All right. Hashtag 50 families. And let's make it happen. The time is now. Timing is everything. All right. Timing is everything. Emotional intelligence is your biggest key, no matter if you're trading or if you're doing a referral side. Emotional intelligence. Why? Because you can't be connected to people's lack of decision making. If you share this information, don't get offended. If somebody asks you, well, do you have results yet? Just say, it's coming soon. Matter of fact, yes, I do have results. I learned what a PIP is. Results doesn't mean profits. Results means growth. Remember that. Results don't mean profits. Results means growth. Have you had results yet? Absolutely. I learned what a PIP is. I learned what a candlestick is. I learned what currencies are. I learned what a bid and asking price. That's what you say. And then they're going to be looking stupid because they're not going to know what that means. But you've added value. You've gained value. So don't feel like you ain't, because you ain't made $500,000, $50,000, $500,000 doesn't mean you haven't had results. You are the result because you're a work in progress, right? You are a work in progress. Yes. Oh yeah, man. I didn't realize the foreign exchange was affected by the news. People don't know that. Oh yeah. Well, so-and-so, when we took a trade in the EU last week, I was able to determine when she looked at the chart, when I look back at back tests, guys, that's results. That's results. Your education is a result. So stop thinking blue is something you got to wait on for you to open your mouth. Blue is not what you need to be waiting on before you open your mouth. For those of you who want to do events, let me know. I'm ready to talk and get out. You can call me Minister Burrell now, because I'm ready to go out here and tell people about this. I'm ready to go full in. And for those of you, I'm ready to start doing sit down one-on-ones with you, and let's work your info. Let's work your list. Let's do a training, and let's work your list. Now, I'm not going to come and train you on what a PIP is. You got to do your part. You got to go to the academy. I'm not going to teach the basic information. That's what you're paying for. But I will show you how to hit the target. I will show you that. Who ready to hit the target? Who ready to catch these bags? Who's ready to be their own 40-40 club? Right? So, casting the vision. Make sure we go out here and learn to help these people. Don't worry about somebody saying no. That's not your responsibility. Jesus wouldn't worry about nobody saying no. Why are you worried about it? You got to have the same mentality. Jesus said, listen, my only purpose is to plant seeds. You either going to let this seed grow by studying this word, or you can watch us live our best lives, right? You're only a farmer. You only plant the seeds, and you brag on your education so you can show. People are going to actually admire you because you're going to be talking about something they don't understand, so they know you're growing. They know you're growing. Oh yeah, man, absolutely. In the basic section, they was talking about this, and David says this. Brag on your education. The value is there, okay? Do not go out here and manipulate people. It's two ways to bring people in: manipulation and inspiration. Do not go out there and be acting like you did this. Now, I don't really see us doing that. Generational wealth is pretty much transparent. We attract out the right tribe here. So that's what I love about you guys. I love every single person on this call. Everybody walks around with a sense of humility and honor. So please continue that when you're talking to people. And don't be afraid to be transparent. Yo, listen, I work as a surgical tech. I work every day, but I'm in the process of retiring soon because I'm learning this skill set. Don't be afraid to tell people your truth. All right? 1 million customers, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Make sure you also shape your environment. 85% of your thoughts typically are negative, depending on your background. I put a post today that we don't do computer love. Your brain is your biggest part of your mind. Your brain is a supercomputer, but a lot of people have damaged their internal storage unit because they're pouring in negativity, drama, gossip, reality shows, TMZ, just poor mentality. So when you're expecting a blessing, or when you're expecting truth and wealth and prosperity and all these things to manifest in your life, how do you expect that to manifest when your storage is not based on that type of foundation, right? You've burnt it out. So you have to make sure you're pouring in the right type of value. And somebody used a good analogy the other day. Said, listen, you got a cup of water. If you just drop 3 drops of oil in it, it's going to make the water turn brown. But That brown water is the TMZ. It's the Facebook. And again, guys, there's nothing wrong with Facebook, Instagram, and social media if you're looking at the right information. As soon as you wake up and as soon as you get home from work, you turn on the news. As soon as you wake up in the morning, you turn on the news instead of having quiet time and meditation and cleansing yourself. You got to cleanse yourself of the world. How in the world do you expect to carry on every single day when you keep carrying on the weight of the entire world? So you got to cleanse yourself. And as you're cleansing yourself, you're adding more clear water. All I'm saying is the oil never leaves. It just starts to disseminate. It starts to become less visible because now you're adding so much positivity and value inside your cup. You can no longer see the oil. You can only see the value, right? So whatever you focus on expands, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever you focus on expands. Emotional intelligence. Why is it that somebody can walk across the stage at 22 years old making $25,000 a month? Because he's learned emotional intelligence. He's learned that people have a poor mentality. He's learned that there's going to be a process. Ooh, let me tell y'all something. I had a good conversation with a gentleman I met. We were just sitting in the burger joint. I said, yo, can you explain to me why is it that the Spanish community are so explosive? Guys, the Spanish community in Marcus Live is absolutely insane. And he said, you know what? He said the Spanish community foundation is built on hard work, transparency, integrity, and a success mindset. He said our community is based off materialism, being the victim, blaming somebody, and we'll never get to where we want to go. He said, so when you have a conversation about growing and multiplying your income with somebody from a Spanish background, they don't have to think about it because their foundation is on good soil. But when you speak to somebody in your community and their foundation has poor internal storage, it's hard because you got to reboot that energy. You got to reboot that hard drive. You got to clean that hard drive. You got to repair it. So you got to try harder and harder dealing with your community because your community is not based on good soil. And I said, oh my goodness. He said, so you tell these people one time, they get it. You got to tell these people over here several 100,000 times if they decide to get it. That's a nugget, guys. So you got to make sure you're talking to somebody that's qualified to hear your message. Woo-hoo. You got to talk to somebody that's qualified to hear your message. See, it's not that you're talking to a lot of people. You're talking to a lot of the wrong people. And I'm not saying not to talk to them. I'm not saying our message here is to plant the seeds. But you can't get offended because you're planting the seed in bad soil. You can leave it there, and at some point, hopefully, the rain washes away the bad soil and all that and cleans it up and restores it. Your only responsibility is to speak, share the vision, and keep it moving. Keep it moving. All right? So don't get offended when somebody says, oh, you're a scam or that's stupid, that's not real. That should show you that they're just simply uneducated, and that's okay. All right? That's okay. You just keep it moving. Don't be sitting there trying to bring a horse to the well. Keep moving. All right? Now, guess what? If you're stuck in trading, if you're stuck at a rank, ladies and gentlemen, that just means you have to identify the weakness. If you're stuck in a trading rut, if you're stuck at a certain rank, that means you need to reevaluate where you are so we can course correct. Say, B, listen, for some reason I keep making this same mistake. Well, listen, that means you're either hard-headed or you don't want to learn from that mistake, or maybe you don't realize it's there. It's okay to ask for help. Remember, drop it in the generational wealth chat. All questions, guys. That's a law. That's a rule. Please, please, please. If you just heard what I said about dropping questions in the chat, drop one in the chat. Right? That's law. Okay. Now, make sure that if you're stuck in a rut, remember, we're family. We're here to expand and grow. Guys, it's a learning curve. This isn't traditional college. We don't have a teacher in front of the room telling us no, hitting our hands. We got to lean on each other. Okay. Lean on me. I'm kidding. Right. We got to lean on each other. I will be doing a social media training as well. So you guys look out for that. We'll show you guys how to really leverage your social media and allow that to bring people in and really, and I want you guys to know this, the people that you already know is not what's going to set you up and keep you create this generational wealth. It's going to be people you don't know. Because remember, if you're not around a good community of people who already have a great hardware, who have a good mindset, then it's going to be hard for you to reboot them. So you plant the seed in them, but don't be sitting there trying to press and hold the power button over and over again. Keep it moving. All right. You can't reset humans like that. They just got to continue to be exposed. All right. Over and over again. And another thing I wanted to share was that we got to focus on momentum. We got to focus on expanding. If you're sitting there learning how to trade an hour a day, 2 hours a day, or all day, guys, don't overexert yourself trying to learn how to trade. If this starts frustrating you, take a step back. Okay, take a step back. If it's not frustrating you and you can study for hours at a time, it's totally fine. Keep doing what you're doing. But you got to focus on momentum and expansion on both sides. All right, traders, get into the academy, learn the information. I'm trying to remember, we set the 21 days of growth up so you guys don't get lost in the sauce. You don't get lost learning a whole bunch of techniques. Don't feel like you have to compare yourself. Don't compare yourself when you see other people's success. Don't get blinded. All right. Don't lose yourself. Remember, this skill set is going to last you a lifetime. You got to invest time. How many of y'all try to learn how to graduate college of a 4-year course in a month? It's the same concept. You can't rush graduating college, so stop trying to come here graduate rushing how to learn how to trade. Remember, college is based off intellect. Trading is both based off emotional intelligence. It's 2 types of intellects: book intellect, emotional intellect. Trading is emotional intellect. All right, that's why it takes people over and over again to really go through the process. The learning how to read the charts and all that stuff, that's the easy part. We'll get you down packed on that. And ask a quick question. For those who was on the call on last Sunday, and we did the before and after, and I showed you guys how to really, really break down the chart. Who's been practicing the before and after? Drop some ones in the chat box if you've been practicing the before and after, and we will redo that training so I can record it. Not yet, working on it. Let's see. Focus on momentum. Whatever you focus on expands, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, some of you guys are simply committed instead of hunger, instead of being hungry, instead of starving. See, when you're committed, you're not giving in, you're not all in. But when you're starving and you're hungry, nothing, you're unbeatable. You can't, there's no distractions in your way. You don't have any excuses. You make sure you make time. And you also have to make sure you make a decision to grow spiritually every single day. People talk about money, money, money. Well, guess what? And they say, oh, money is the root of all evil. No, it's not. When you have a family emergency and somebody needs chemotherapy and they don't have medical insurance, but you got the money, you are the rock that they can lean on, right? When somebody has an emergency with their car, you're the rock they could be lean on. You have to make a decision to be the rock. When your child has a gift and a talent and a skill that you can help to manifest and grow and develop, you can be the rock. Do you all get me? You have to learn, you got to become the rock. Who wants to become the rock? Drop some ones in the chat box if you want to become the rock. Yes, money is just a piece of paper, but this thing controls everything. So why not be the rock that people in your family can lean on? Listen, I got myself in a bind. Can I call on you? Stop being the person to call on other people and be the person that people can call on. And so then when you can be the person that they call on, you can teach them how to become their own call. You should have a family. You should have a rock family. But you got to be the beginning of the rock. And then that avalanche manifests and everybody rocking and rolling, right? But it begins with you when you decide it does. When you decide it does. Every single thing that we do is literally based off of belief and desire. Your belief, what Riyadh say? Your actions, your decisions are all just a tangible manifestation of your belief level. Your actions are just a tangible proof of your belief level. That's all it is. You got to make a decision. Okay, make the decision, become the rock. Stop leaning on the rock and become the rock. Become the whole. All right. What Les say, Les Brown shared a story back in December about his son having some type of disorder where he couldn't swallow no more or something like that. He had to start using a bag to eat out of. He said, but because he made sure that he was always going to never have to worry about money, he was able to pay for medical treatment beyond his imagination. His son was able to gain his weight back. His son was able to eat again. We think money is about money, cars, and clothes. It ain't got nothing to do with that. That's far from it. It's about helping one another, helping somebody on the street, building a nonprofit organization. People listen to you when you got money. You just got to go with the flow of the ignorance of the world. Well, since people are ignorant, just use the money so you can capitalize off of their ignorance. David and Benitez said something that stuck with me. He said, guys, the first time I bought a watch, an expensive watch, is because people judge. He said, I went and bought a watch because people judge. People judge how I treat my mom. People judge how I run my life. He said, I went and bought a watch because if they won't listen to me if I say something, if I say this language, if I say the exact same words, but with a different watch on, they listen to me differently because people judge. It's unfortunate, but they do. So when you're using money to live your best life, don't let it go to your head. It ain't even real. You need to go ahead and use it to when we had made our first phone call with each other. What do you want financial freedom to do for you? Ekalechi, go back home and build a hospital, right? Build the freaking hospital. Take this skill set seriously. Share this information. Don't leave the money on the table. The company is going to pay you for sharing this information. So why not do it? Your job pays you every 2 weeks to be quiet and say yes. And you get the same paycheck every 2 weeks. But our Marcus Live says, if you go out here and run your big old mouth and share this information, there's going to be a tsunami of wealth that's going to hit your household. That's not going to be the same check every 2 weeks. Not only can you put it in your trading account, you can go buy you some land. You can go buy you some trust funds. Leverage the company's money. Apple ain't paying you every time you buy a new iPhone. Black Panther ain't paying you when you want to watch that movie, right? But you can plant a seed of education in somebody that can last them for generations to come, and you can't open your cotton picking mouth and get a check, right? You can't use this to supplement your income. You can't go put this $2,000 a month in your trading account and grow it to 7 figures. You can't go put this $5,000 residual income coming in your check every single month and go grow your trading account to 7 figures. Are y'all following me? Don't sleep. And I'm not trying to tell y'all, don't build this, don't share Our Markets Live if you don't believe. Don't share Our Markets Live if you're scared. Don't share it. That just shows a belief level in yourself. It has nothing to do with the company. It has nothing to do with anything. There's several opportunities out here for us all to go out here and create income. It's all about the belief inside yourself. If you don't believe, that means you're silent. If you don't believe in yourself, you're a silent walker. If you want to develop your belief, let's talk. Go on the 21 Days of Growth. Read the books. Go to our YouTube University. Listen to the personal development. That will expand your beliefs. So a lot of you guys will say, oh, I believe. Well, how do you know you're believing? Your actions ain't telling us that. You've been walking dead for since you started. Share the education. Don't share profits. Share the education. It's there. The value is there. But you got to grow spiritually for you to believe. All right? You have to have long-term gratification too, guys. Don't worship, oh, I want to make this X amount. No. Focus on the freaking skill set and it will manifest. If you focus on the trading skill set, the money will come. If you focus on planting seeds, the money will come. Aaron, Tara, Emirashi, Keith, Angela, you want residual income? I'm going to help you. My income will come whenever it comes. I'm focused on your income. So look at that. I'm focusing on them. Mark, you want to learn how to trade, right? Kim, you want to learn how to trade? Let's focus on the skill and the money will come, right? Long-term gratification. Long-term gratification means there is no deadline. There's literally until it happens. There is no deadline. Become the rock, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Are you a producer or are you a consumer? Can't be both. You have faith or you have doubt. You can't be both. Love for money is ugly. Don't love the money. Love what it can do. All right? Learn how to be an effective person of value. You attract what you are. If you're attracting nobody, that means you're not expanding and growing. All right? Grow your mindset. The most important things that we heard all weekend was literally thoughts, images, and taking massive action. Your belief level, your thoughts, things that you see, the things that are created in your mind. Whatever you see first in your mind is already done. If you close your eyes and you can't see something, heck, if your eyes wide open, you still can't see what it is that you want, then you don't believe enough. All right? Surround yourself around a picture. Say your affirmations 100 times a day. What is it that you want, ladies and gentlemen? Say it over and over and over and over again. And the vision is to help create the biggest company in the world. That's the vision. To create the biggest company in the world. All right? And I want you guys to know this as well. The company actually updated the packages. So it's no longer $217 to enroll. It's like $225. All right? It's $225. They have 2 new packages. The first package is like 3 something. They get everything in that package. They give you an entire iMarkets Live package. They have 2 new products, by the way. We have 2 new scanners. I mean, it's just so much value. It can be overwhelming sometimes. But they do have still, and they change it to starter pack. It's a starter pack and platinum pack, something like that. Starter pack is the regular one, okay? And we'll go over that later on the Friday night call. So if you guys want to learn how to refer this program the right way, every single Friday we do a team training at 7 p.m. and it's also recorded, okay? But that's all we have tonight. Again, do not miss the events. It starts with your belief level. Don't miss the events. Continue to come to the events. Continue to hop on the calls until you believe. Well, you got to keep getting exposed. That's all it is. We got to keep pouring that new cup of water to dilute the oil. That's all that's happening, all right? If you want your oil to disseminate, stay on the calls, ask the questions, stay plugged in, have a fight inside of you, and get this information. Share this skill set, all right? What do we have? April 13th. If you're coming to Atlanta, let me know. I want to get an Airbnb. We all can stay at Airbnb. We have a lot of local residents as well, guys. I got to mail out your t-shirts. For those of you who still want a new t-shirt, the blue or the black, let me know. I'll get my guy to print some new ones. So we all can walk in there looking. Like he said, y'all, everybody was looking at us like, dang, can I get a shirt? Can I get a shirt? Where y'all get these shirts from? This looks nice. People tapping us. What it is that y'all do, right? The name speaks volume. The name speaks volume, all right? The movement, the energy was lit. Shout out to Doctor for commenting if he's still on the call. I'm super excited about seeing this video. And, pile it all in, man. I don't care how long it is. And that's all we have. Super Saturday coming up. Who's coming to Super Saturday, April 13th in Atlanta? If you're already manifesting that, who's coming April 13th to Atlanta? Team Airbnb. It's only going to be like $20 for entry, y'all. It ain't going to be nothing intimidating, all right? Who's coming? Drop some flames if you're coming to Atlanta. Road trip, bus trip, train trip, flight trip. Go to SkipLab. Remember, skiplab.com. You can get a flight for $80, $100. Just go ahead and get your flight and go ahead and coordinate your transportation, and we'll get the Airbnb set in stone. All right. All right. I got me 2 people coming to Atlanta event. Frida, who's the iPhone that said me? Who's the first person that said me? Frida, welcome to the team, y'all. Frida joined us this weekend too. I'm tripping. Y'all drop some ones in the chat box for Frida. So super glad to have you, lady. So we got Candace and Frida coming to the event. Perfect. April 13th. Perfect. Well, I will see you ladies there. I love you guys. That's all for tonight. I'm gonna do an impromptu training tomorrow. I just haven't decided what yet. Like I said, I want to keep adding value every single day until we get a schedule going. Just be on the lookout. All right. Stay plugged in. It's gonna be phenomenal. You all have a blessed night. Thank you for your time. Get some rest and do what's necessary. All right. Y'all take care.